I don't have my video on because I've been sick, guys, so you don't want to see this.
Well, hello. Drive it up.
So funny.
But you all look beautiful.
Yeah. Okay, I'm recording, so I'll, Brianna, take it away.
Okay, hi everyone. Thank you so much for joining us on this 90-day run. I will, I'll go ahead and start my video. Hi.
Oh my gosh, really?
What? Okay, so thank you so much for joining us, guys. I am so excited. I'm so honored to be able to run with you guys, and what an amazing holiday season this has been. I mean, just tremendous growth, and just we all pushed ourselves, and I know that it just makes it so much easier to run with your own goals when you know you're running with other people. And I just am so humbled to be among some of the top runners that I know, and just people who have hearts of gold. And thank you, Justin, for leading us in this, because I definitely learned not only a lot about myself, but a lot from you on, you know, how to improve
What are you doing?
my goals, what I want to do. Can you guys hear me okay?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Okay, so I don't want to take any more time. I just want to pass it over to Justin so that he could recognize everybody that stuck with it to the end. You should definitely be proud of yourself, because this is not something that's easy to do. It definitely is doing just the mundane little things every single day to get to where we are now. So I want Justin to recognize you guys, and then I am just ready to take notes in hand from Missy and Paige. I'm just so excited. I get so excited about the testimonies. That means more to me than anything else. So Justin, please go ahead.
Love it. Brianna, thank you so much. You are such a doll. We sure appreciate you, and love your leadership, and so grateful for you. And I just want to echo what you said at the end about those of us that have stuck through the whole process. There's an old quote that says, stick to a task until it sticks to you. Beginners are many, but finishers are few. And that's kind of how it is. A lot of people talk a good game. They show up on day one, but they don't show up on day 90. And so I want to just give a huge, props to all of you for being finishers. And then also huge props to Dina and Brianna, Ashley, Mary, just like this whole team that's kind of put this together behind the scenes. And guys, this has been really epic. I mean, if you look at, if we pulled up all of the reports of all of the rank advancements over the last 90 days, I mean, this is why you do it. I mean, including by the way, Dina going E2. I mean, like, girl, we love you. Like, we are like, I was in Africa and I got that message, and I'm like hitting it up in the middle of the freaking bush. I'm like, what's up, girl? So, but there's just so many new bronze, silver, gold, platinums and above, so many new senior consultant, team leader, directors and above, and elites and above. I just can't tell each of you enough how much respect I have for you. So I want to walk through the recognition real fast, then I have a couple quick thoughts I want to share with you guys, and then we'll turn it over to kind of some of our MVPs for the month. So first of all, let's talk about Facebook Lives. So for this month, these are folks that did a Facebook Live. And again, Facebook Live, if you've heard my pitch on Facebook Live, I think it's like the most powerful business tool that any of us have ever had in our lives, because you can literally broadcast your message live. It's just an unbelievable streaming tool. And so, but with that said, it still scares the heck out of you, right? Every single time you push go, you're like, oh boy, don't mess up. Like, what are my neighbors going to think? And I hope I don't screw this thing up. So these are people that kind of got over that fear and are using it to grow their business. So Sam Green, Ralph, Anselmo, Brianna Michelle, Cheryl Wentz, Sharon Weidelman, Tempe Hardy, Deanna Sanders. So Deanna Princess D from Tennessee. It says 15 on here, which I'm assuming means she went live 15 times, which is amazing. Love you, Princess D. Thank you so much for all your positivity that you pour into all of us. Connie Thompson, Patty Hendricks, Nicole Young, Benji Foley, Dina Peacock, Rosa Carter, Denise Mick and Haney, Paige Bingham, Grace Mangus, Amber Coleman, Shanna Rhodes, Lindy Wheeler-Gibbs, Carol McNulty Huffman, and then Ashley Ellison. So let's give a huge round of applause to all of them. Guys, we're so proud of you. Incredible job. It is scary. It is nerve-wracking to do it, and we're so proud of you for getting outside your comfort zone. The guy that wrote the book on comfort zone literally created the term comfort zone. Like, he made up that the whole science of it. He said that when you get outside your comfort zone, you're uncomfortable. I mean, I know that's not a revelation, but when you get outside of it, you get uncomfortable. That's why we like to stay inside of it. But he said, once you get outside of your comfort zone expands and it doesn't retract back to what it once was. And so I'm going to encourage each of you to use Facebook Lives to get out, to do lots of things in your life that get you outside of that comfort zone and stretch you, because it will not retract back to that same size that you are today. And when someone meets you in 5 years, your goal is not for them to say you are the same person you were 5 years ago. Your goal is for you to be different. And so part of being different is getting outside your comfort zone, doing new things, trying new things, growing as a person. I don't want people that knew me 5 years ago to feel like they know me today. I want to have grown. Now, you can stay the same in your morals and values and those sort of things, but as far as you as a human being, your growth has changed. And Facebook Live is one of those things that you can grow into, right? Okay, the next thing is people that complete their tracker. You're not going to hit a goal, or you're not going to fulfill a commitment, or you're not going to hit a target that you don't even know you're shooting at. And so success will not attack you. Good things do not happen by accident. So these trackers are powerful because it actually helps you to say, what are my commitments this month? What's my promoter rank? How many new customers am I going to get? What's my builder rank? How many new social marketers am I going to recruit? Like, what am I going to hit this month? So Amber Coleman, Deanna Sanders, Connie Thompson, Patty Hendricks, Missy Carey, Denise McElhaney, Paige Bingham, and Lori Sharp, they all took the time to map out exactly where they were headed. So let's give them a round of applause. We love you guys. Great job. Amazing. Well done. This next one is so important. So I tell people there's no energy like new energy. There's no life like new life. There's no blood like new blood. There's no passion like new passion. And that is when you bring a new person onto your team. And so I want to give some props to these guys. So Nicole Young, Benji Foley, Paige Bingham, Lindy Gibbs, and Ashley Ellison all enrolled at least one new social marketer last month. So incredible job. We're so proud of you guys. Great job. And by the way, that's particularly awesome because November was a huge customer acquisition month in Modere. What I mean by that is a lot of the conversations we were having were actually customer type conversations. So for you guys to be having those conversations and still be building your team is really fantastic. Okay. This last section is the top of the top, which is rank advancements. And there's just nothing that pays the bills like moving up, just moving to the next rank. And every month, your goal is how do I rank advance? How do I rank advance? How do I help my team rank advance? Like, it's just the name of the game is moving through the plan, right? So this is a big list. I'm so excited about this. So Judy Hay, Brianna Michelle, so proud of you. Amy Taylor, Ralph and James Anselmo, Concetta Anselmo, Sam Green, Carla Chase, Cheryl Wentz, Tammy Thurman, Connie Thompson, Carolina Oxley, Patty Hendricks, Missy Carey, Paige Bingham, Nicole Young, Dina Peacock, who went freaking E2. Dina, we freaking love you. Shanna Rhodes, Bentley Good, Amber Coleman, Holly Ritchie, Denise McElhaney, Holly Hilm, Lori Sharp, Grace Mangus, Sue Hansen, and my girl Lindy Wheeler Gibbs. I want to share a quick thing on with Lindy. Lindy joined Modere back, and Lindy would have to give us the exact date, but it was basically 4 years ago, and then didn't like kick it into gear until, and again, she can give us the exact dates, but Lindy, it's probably been, oh my gosh, I'm shooting a little from the hip here, but let's say 6 to 9 months ago. And maybe, Lindy, I might be off by a month or two, one way or the other. But the point is,
It was January.
So what was that? So that was 10 months ago, right? Okay. Joined 4 years ago. Didn't really do anything, right, at all. Just kind of took the products and kind of was around it. and then said, you know what, I'm ready to roll. Let's do this. And 10 months ago, push go and hit platinum director 1. And we're just freaking so proud of you too. So I think it's a great lesson that that your timing isn't always everyone else's timing. It's what I call right person, right time. Lindy was always the right person, but the timing was off in her life. So think of a clock, like an analog clock. You have the 2 hands, the big hand and the small hand. What your goal is to find people who are at high noon. High noon means right person, right time. Like the clock lines up, the hands of the clock line up. And that's what you're looking for. And so again, Lindy was right person, but for whatever different reasons, it was wrong time, right? But once it was right time, right person, right time, it's game on, and your business is rolling. So incredible job, Lindy. So let's give a big shout out to all of you guys for rank advancing. Huge, huge congrats. I'm so proud of you. I just can't tell you enough how much I admire you. So I have one quick thing, and then I want to turn it over to our guest speakers for tonight. So Missy and Paige, hang tight with me for 1 sec. So guys, I went to South Africa. Some of you kind of followed this on social media or saw some of our pictures. And I don't know. I mean, there's 100 things I could tell you about that were just so cool, but I'll share this. There was stories that I heard there. Usually they were from folks who were drivers. They were picking us up and driving us to different locations, whether it was an Uber or kind of a car service of some sort. And the amount of struggle those guys have been through is almost unbelievable. Most of them were African-American, I'm so sorry. They were African, they were black, right? And they weren't African-American, they were black. How's that for political correctness? By the way, in Africa, there's 3 people. There's whites, blacks, and what's called coloreds. And colored people means different than what it would mean to us, like in America. Coloreds is their indigenous people. And in their indigenous people, they're called the Khoi. In American terms, we would call them like a Native American, but they don't look like a Native American, but they're the indigenous people. So you have the indigenous people, the black people, and then the white people. And that's how they talk. This is how they talk there. It's pretty interesting. So here's the point. They were just the amount of hustle and sacrifice that these people have gone through. Now, here's the point I want to really drive home to you. My wife and I went on a private tour with this gentleman who was a colored guy. He was cool, right? He was one of the indigenous. And he said to us, he pointed out this area where a bunch of Americans are buying real estate there in Cape Town. And he said to us, he said, yeah, these Americans are getting money from their moms to go buy real estate. And he said a couple other things during the tour that kind of rubbed my wife the wrong way a little bit, just to be completely candid with, not badly, but just a little bit, where she was kind of, the tone that she felt like he was saying was, Americans get money from their, it's all given to them, this kind of thing. And I've grown up in a situation, and I'm sure most of all of us have, I wasn't given a gosh darn thing, dude. I wasn't given like a penny. And, so my wife is kind of like, well, dude, we've got to earn this. And in fairness, we have earned it. But let me share this with you guys. And this is the message I want to share tonight. Is we have ambition. They have ambition. We have mentors. Some of them don't have mentors. Some of them maybe do, but we have mentors. But the third thing we have, guys, is opportunity. And I shared to my wife, I said, you know what, that doesn't even offend me. I said, because maybe I wasn't given anything as far as someone gave me money or whatever. But what I was given, and what all of us were given, is you were born in the United States of freaking America or in Canada. So which means you can hustle and grind and actually go somewhere, is I guess the point I'm trying to say. Some of these guys, they were working their fingers to the bone, and they have more work ethic. They would put us to shame with their work ethic. I'm serious. But guess what? They have no opportunity. It's like they would dream. They would dream to be on this Skype tonight. And I mean this like literally. They would dream of being able to talk about the stuff we get to talk about and hear from Missy and Paige and learn what they know. They would dream of it. They would thirst for it. I just want to share with you, please. I've been able to be on the borders of North and South Korea. I've been able to go all throughout the former Soviet Union. I've been in countries that didn't have economic opportunity for periods of time, or still don't. And I just want to just encourage you as as an American or as a Canadian to just please don't take it for granted. Like, don't take the fact that we can grow and we have opportunity. And you may not be where you want to be today, but guess what? You can grind and hustle and be it tomorrow. Like, in other words, you can go on another 90-day run, and you can go on 50 other more 90-day runs and keep going, and you can hustle and grind and make something of your life because you have opportunity. So it's just super humbling, I guess, is really the best way to say it. When you're there and you see these people, you want to give them the shirt off the back. You want to give them every tip you have in your pocket. But at the end of the day, they just don't have the blessings we have. I don't know how it was orchestrated to where we got it and they didn't. I don't know. But I'll just tell you this. You just have to be really grateful. And so I'll end with this thing, and then I want to turn it over to our guest speakers. Because we have this much opportunity, my feeling is you not only have the right to pursue opportunity and to become something, you have the responsibility to pursue opportunity and become something. Because there's other people that they don't have the ability. They just don't have the situation. And we do. And most of us were just born into it. It's all we've ever known. So just say your prayers, give gratitude, but I'm telling you, don't squander it. Don't be idle in it. Don't be lazy with it. Work hard, earn it, earn the right to have this kind of opportunity. So I know it's a little bit of a deep message, but that's kind of one of the things that hit me when I was there. So, okay, this is so amazing. I think, Misty, we're going to have you go first. I can't wait to hear your training tonight. So we basically had a tie for MVP, for the most valuable performer of the month. We had a tie between Missy Carey and Paige Bingham, and it's our blessing that you guys tied because we get to hear from both of you. But here's the thing. They went platinum, director 3. I mean, guys, this is a humongous accomplishment. This is a huge rank advancement. By the way, huge rank advancement on both sides of the plan. It's a huge deal to go platinum, and it's a huge deal to go platinum 3. So to do both in the same month is unbelievable. So let's give them a huge round of applause. We are so proud of you guys. Unbelievable. Wow. Unbelievable. So, Missy, will you kick us off here?
I will. Thank you so much. For those of you that don't know me, I'm Missy Carey. I'm from Gulf Shores, Alabama, and I could not be more honored to be on this call. And I couldn't be more honored to be with Paige. She and I are great friends, and it is wonderful that we hit this rank advancement at the same time. All last month, we were back and forth, pinging on phone calls. Where are you? Where are you? Where are you? Where are you? And then today, what's your paycheck? What's your paycheck? So it's a blessing. I want to talk a little bit about kind of the nuts and bolts of how we did this last month. And one of the biggest things that I think probably Paige and I both do is we dig down deep into our teams. And I've done that forever and ever and ever. I've been in this industry for a long time, but last month was different. And I have to say that this 90-day run had a lot to do with that. I've done a lot of 90-day runs in my career, and this is the first one that I've actually completed. So yay to you, Justin Prince, for putting this run together. So one of the things I want to talk about is digging down into your team. And what I mean by that is pull your reports. And if you're not familiar with your reports, I'm going to tell you real specifically, go to your reports and pull up where your people are on the builder side and on the promoter side. I usually do this about 10 days before the end of the month, and then I do it again 5 days before the end of the month. And then anybody in the Memphis Mafia will tell you we work together until midnight on the last day of the month, pulling all of this in. But look and see where your people are, because here's the deal. Most of them don't know where they are. They don't know what they need to do to rank advance. They're just clueless. So when you call someone and you say, did you know you are 2 customers and 120 pod points from hitting bronze? They go, no. Do you know what that means for you? No. Well, so when we can tell them, well, what that means for you is a rank advancement. Who doesn't want a rank advance? Everybody wants a new title. It's a rank advancement. It's an increase in your paycheck. Who doesn't want an increase in their paycheck? And it's $100 in free product. Those are 3 things everybody wants. Y'all, bronze is the heart of this business. If we could get every person on our team to bronze, do you know where we would be? So this is what we did last month. We dug down into our team. So me and a few of my leaders on my team got together and we went through every single report, every person on the team. And we said, okay, here's Sally. She needs this many pod points and this many customers to get to bronze. Here's Ann. She needs this many pod points and this many customers to get to silver. We went through every single one of those. We divided them up between, you're going to call these, I'm going to call these, you're going to call these. And we called every single person. And we let them know, here's what's up. Here's what you can do. And if you do these things, this is what you're going to hit. And this is what's going to mean to you. So in literally the last 10 days of the month, we took our team about $30,000 in volume, 30,000 points. We rank advanced 2 director 1s, a platinum 2, several team leaders, lots and lots of people who had never hit bronze, never hit silver, never hit gold. And what it meant to these people was huge. They had no idea what they were missing out on. So once we laid it out for them that this is what you can hit and here's how you do it, they went out and did it. So here's what Dina Peacock, my amazing mentor, has always told me. Help enough people get what they want and what you want will fall into place. And I'm about to cry because that's what happened, y'all. That's what happened. So many people on my team, so many people rank advanced. And it was so beautiful. It was so beautiful to watch all these people on my team, bronze, silver, gold, platinum, platinum 1, platinum 2, team leader, director, senior team leader. It was beautiful to watch. Those announcements popping all for 10 days. And what happened for me was not only to get to see all of them rank advance and just make my heart so full, but I rank advance too. So y'all, it really is the secret sauce. Get in there, dig in your teams, help your people get what they want, and what you want is all rolled up in there. So that's all I got. I love you. Thanks for the opportunity.
Missy, oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. That's such a good training. That is such a good training. That's such a good training. There's 3 words that is what I call commitment, reward, and progress. What's someone's commitment? If their commitment is to get to bronze, for example, like in other words, you set that out with them to start the month. What's your goal? What are you committed to hitting this month? My goal is, my commitment is to hit bronze. Okay, cool. That's commitment. Then reward is when you hit bronze. Sometimes our folks don't hit the rank because they just don't even know what that even means, So you say, hey, what that means is, and you went through that. It means a product credit. It means this kind of commission. And you walk through what the reward for hitting that commitment is, and then letting them know their progress. The other reason our folks don't hit it most of the times is they just don't know where they are for sure or where they're not. And they're just, like, you call me, say, hey, dude, you only need 1 more customer. And if you get 1 more customer, you get this reward, and you fulfill your commitment. They go get the customer. Like all of a sudden they can do it. So pulling those reports and running it that way is so valuable. That was such a good training. By the way, one of the breakout sessions at the event we're having in January, one of the sessions is actually on just how to most effectively use your back office to pull these reports, get in there, really understand where everybody's at. But Missy, you just have such a warmth and such a just a sweetness about you. We just love you, and just such an incredible accomplishment. I'm so proud. I can't wait to give you a huge hug. I'm so proud of you.
Thank you.
Incredible job. Okay, Miss Page, we are so excited to hear from you, and huge congratulations on Platinum Director 3.
Thank you, Justin, and welcome back. And next time you go, you got to wear it, right?
That's right.
Well, we're booting Ralph up out of this picture. It's Roll Tide from now on.
I told Paige and Ralph likes the Yankees and she likes Alabama. I said, you guys are like the two easiest teams in the world to vote for because they just win it every single year.
It only lasts for a little bit, though. I'm doing it while it lasts, but it won't be forever. So anyway, welcome back, though. That was awesome watching you do your lives from there. I love it. One day my husband messaged me and he's like, when he was doing that live and the wilderness was in his background, he should have said, drop a 1 if you see some wildlife running up behind me.
Exactly right.
Cool to watch y'all from there. It was awesome. But I'm honored to be able to speak. Absolutely. There was a time in my former company when, I watched people share on calls, and that's all I wanted to do was make it to be one of those people. And so to be there today and being able to share with you guys is like really awesome. So my journey to D3, wow. I mean, what a journey this whole month has been. And so I'm just going to kind of take you through my month. Because here's the deal. Beginning of November, y'all, I did not have any plans on really hitting D3. I'm just going to be totally transparent. I thought I would get a lot closer than I did the month before, but I really didn't think that it was possible for me to be able to reach that goal. And so my plan started out with the month that, I'm still going to do whatever I can to motivate my team and to inspire my team like I've never done before. I learned a long time ago how to drive my team, but I don't think I've really driven my team as hard as I ever have before in my entire, time in this industry, and like I did in November. And how do I drive my team? I shared with most of y'all on another Zoom I did before when we first started this 90-day run about how I use my whiteboard and how I keep up with where my team is, where my runners are, all the time. I always know where everybody on my team is at. And I don't care if I go out of town. I write that on notebook paper and I take that notebook with me. I know where my people are and I know how far they are from their next rank. And so I always use that whiteboard, and I advise everybody, get a whiteboard. It changes everything. I mean, literally, when you can take a glance and you can know where your team is, it changes everything. And so I always know where my team is at, and I always know where they need to go and what they need to do to get to their next rank. So how do I push them to their next level? I motivate them, and this is a lot like what Missy said. I motivate with money. I motivate with what that next rank means. I motivate with the difference in you getting bronze and you going to silver, the difference in you going from silver and you going to gold. I let them know a physical money amount. I let them know how much more product that's going to be that they get for free, because we can all say, hey, get from bronze to silver, but some people really don't get what that really means. But when you tie money to it, I promise you, they know what that means. When you tie free product to it, I promise you, all of a sudden everything changes and they get a fire underneath them and they know what that means, especially when they're close to that. Some people would never go for it, but when they realize how close they are because you brought it to their attention and then you tell them the money difference between the two ranks, I promise you, you've set a fire up underneath a lot of people. And so another thing that, I did also was, I painted a picture. I knew that we had some great Black Friday deals. I knew that we had some amazing Cyber Monday deals coming up. So I prepped my team ahead of time. I didn't wait till it got here. We prepped ahead of time. We made lists. We pulled out old lists. Justin's 90-day tracker. Y'all, this is mine for October. And you see all these people on the bottom? That's my people broken into categories of BioCell, Pet BioCell, Trim, M3. Here's my other list for October. So this is October and November. I knew the people I was going back to. I knew the people that had already asked me about Trim, that I was going to go say, hey, it's $15 off. I knew the people that wanted BioCell, that I was going to be able to send this Cyber Monday and say, hey, you can get this for 15% off. So we prepped ahead of time. My team prepped ahead of time. And we knew who we were going to talk to. And we started that work ahead of time. Another thing that I found out is that a lot of people just don't know what to say to people. They don't know the exact verbiage. They just kind of get lost, and it's like they freeze. And so I literally shared verbiage with my team. I said, this is what I'm doing. This is what I'm saying. And when you tell people what to do and you give them verbiage, y'all, they'll do it. I mean, they will. A lot of people just don't know. And some people are new and they haven't done this industry before. And so, you know, they're kind of scared to get out there. It's like, what do I say? I mean, how do I share these deals with people? So I literally shared verbiage with my team and said, this is what I'm doing. I never say, and Dina taught me that, I never say, you should go do this. I say, this is what I'm doing. Or if it were me, this is what I would do, kind of thing. And so it goes a long way when you really give people, you know, some verbiage to use so that they can reach out to their people. And let's see, I got some notes here. We got out our old list. I told you that, you know, of all of our M3 people, our trim prospects, our BioSell prospects. We messaged them about the deals. And we didn't just say to these people, hey, you can get $15 off a trim. Hey, you can get 15% off on Cyber Monday. Or you can get, I can't even remember what all the percentages were now. But we put a figure on the product they wanted. We said, this is what you can get it for. I didn't leave it up to my prospect to do the math. I laid it out, and as my team, we laid it out. You know, you can get the trim for this amount of money. You can get your BioSell for this amount of money. So we didn't leave anything open for them to have to try and figure out. We made it pretty cut and dry and pretty simple. And so as we approach Black Friday and Cyber Monday, I mean, here's where I'm going to get real transparent with y'all. So. And I'll try to hold it together. But Dina has never not been here for a month in. Ever in my history with my other company or this company. So when I saw that D3 was in range, my next fear was, how am I ever going to make this when my leader's not here? And she'll tell you this, y'all. I called her after I hit D3, because I'm going to tell you, when I started Black Friday, my volume was 21,000. And when I ended, this team did $35,000 worth of volume from Black Friday to the end of the month. And it was freaking insane. And she was gone, and she kept in touch with us. But here's the thing. I told her, she said, I've never been gone. I can't believe I'm leaving. What was I thinking? And I called her after that, and I said, you know what? Here's the deal. You weren't supposed to be here. And I don't know why, but all I know is this. Is I needed to prove to myself that I could do this, that I could do this without you here, that I was totally capable of driving my own team. And I truly believe that. I truly believe that this month was made to be mine. And it was made for me to prove to myself that she has taught me so much, y'all. Justin, you've taught me so much. I mean, I don't hardly ever miss a live that you do. And that I took that knowledge and I ran with it on my own. And I would never be here if it wasn't for my team. I mean, there's absolutely no questions asked. These people pulled out stuff I've never seen. I mean, people that weren't running, they started running because they visibly, y'all changed everything. I mean, when people can get paid, do work today and get paid tomorrow, it's like, I mean, it's grocery money for people. It's diaper money, like you say, Justin. It's insane, the changes that it can make in people's lives. And these people got a taste of that. And when they got a taste of that, adding a little bit of motivation and inspiring people to run. I mean, it was the magic. It was the magic. And I miss Dina so much. I miss her so much, and she knows I miss her so much. But I proved to myself that everything she has ever put into me paid off this month. And I did things I did not think I could do. And it's just the beginning of where I'm going. I know that was all set up the way it was supposed to happen. And I'm just super excited for this next month, for January, for what's to come, to see everybody in Utah again here in the next few weeks. It's just crazy. And so you just have to have that belief in yourself. You have to have that belief in your team. And you have to learn to drive, y'all. You have to learn to seriously drive your team. You cannot leave it up to them. You have to kind of lead people, and you have to give them something to work with. And so I attribute that whiteboard and always knowing where my team is, no matter where I go. I take that with me. And, like I said, I just think that this company is amazing. I am so blessed. And today, when that amount went in my paycheck, In 43 years, I've never made that amount of money. And so I'm like, it's like insane. And so, yes, that's right. I'm beyond blessed. I am beyond grateful. And I can't wait for what's to come. I cannot wait. So thank you, Justin. Thank you, Dina. I mean, thank you to everybody and my whole team.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. You guys are gonna have me in tears over here. So, wow. Paige, that was so powerful. Congratulations. That is an amazing day to have the biggest check of your life hit your bank account. Congratulations. Holy cow.
Hey, and I never end my month without this beast mode cup that Shannon. It's the key ever.
Oh, I love that. So I want to share this with you guys. So we're all at different stages of the business. And so sometimes you hear Missy and Paige's stories and, you know, Dina going Elite 2 and so on. And you're like, you know, if you're them, you're like, Modere is the greatest thing I've ever seen in my life. I love it. It's unbelievable. And then if you're at a different stage in your life where maybe your business isn't going as well as you wanted it to go, maybe team members have quit, maybe customers have quit, maybe your spouse thinks you're crazy. I don't know, whatever. Just all these myriad of different things that happen. And people are like, you really question to yourself, like, should I keep going? Should I keep going? And I want to just kind of end this call, because this is actually the last 90-day. This is the last training we're going to have on this section. And a couple of quick things. Number one, never quit on a bad day. Never quit on a bad day. Like, if you want to move on to something else, more power to you. But like, do it when your head's clear, or you've thought through it, you got a good plan. I think there's times in our life, many of us have had this happen, where like we moved from A to B, and it was the right move to make, and it was like the right step. So it's okay to move on in our lives, but just never quit something on a bad day in a huff, you know, in a cloud of dust. Like, move on when your head's clear and so on. But I also want to share this. I shared this with a social marketer today. I had a team when I was coming up through the ranks that was my Utah team. I live in Salt Lake City, and they were like, we were the team. Like, we came to every training together. They were a humongous part of my organization, my overall volume. It was a good chunk of volume. And we did all of our trainings together, all of our team stuff together, all of our events together. Like, we were like this crew, and that we all worked together. We all dreamed together, worked together. Well, long story short, one day they basically all quit. And I mean, this was a big deal to me. This wasn't like one person quit. This was like probably more than 50 or 60% of my business quit. Like, they'd all just like lost the vision, dude. They like ran out of gas, you know, and they just stopped showing up to meetings, stopped getting on calls. They just it's like a car, just putt, 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 putt. It stopped. My car kept driving, and they just like putt and just stopped, you know? And it was so discouraging. Like, I really wanted to quit. I wanted to be like, I'm out. This sucks. Like, this is never going to come together for me. And anyway, long story short, about 19 months later, I kept going, and I was a team leader when they quit. And it was a huge chunk. When I say I was a team leader, just to give you guys some quick context, in that company, you had to have a personally sponsored person on each one of the legs who also had a rank advance. So in other words, in Modere, you could have someone under someone else that rank advances, and it still counts for you. In that company, if your own personally sponsored person didn't rank advance, you were like literally stuck. Like, personally sponsored by you, they had a personally rank advance. So my business was still growing. You know, I had volume outside of just a team leader volume, but my rank wasn't growing. I was stuck at this rank. So anyway, long story short, I kept going. I went from basically the size of approximately like a team leader to about an Elite 2. So like my ranks really went up, and I was traveling everywhere. I was like the new like celebrity of the company, right? Like, because everyone's like, how's he doing it? Oh my gosh. And so like, I was speaking in Arizona, and then the next weekend in Virginia, the next weekend in California, and the next weekend in Utah. I just got home from Moscow and Omsk, Russia, and Almaty, Kazakhstan. Long story short, I did the Saturday event in Salt Lake City, and it was a 4-hour training, and I was the one training. I wasn't the one taking notes. I was the one in front of the room doing the training. And this group of all of these guys, this team, they all showed up. Like, totally random. Remember, they hadn't shown up for over a year and a half. They hadn't come to anything for over a year and a half. And they just happened to show up. They must have seen an email or whatever, and they showed up to this event. during one of the breaks, midway through the event, they came up to me and these guys were like, "Oh my gosh, you have grown so much. Like, what? You're killing this thing. Like, oh my heck, this is crazy." And one of the guys said this to me. He said, "I thought you were going to quit when we quit." And I didn't say this to him, but what I wanted to say to him was I wanted to say, "Are you freaking crazy? You thought because you thought I was going to let your lack of vision or lack of belief in your own dreams hold my family hostage, their dreams, their goals, what my wife is going to be able to do with her life and the home I'd be able to provide for my family. You thought I was going to let your lack of belief in what you were doing hold my whole life hostage? Like, are you crazy?" Now, I didn't say that to him, but that's what I thought. So here's what I want to share with you guys. Never let anyone hold you hostage in your business. Like, never let your downline hold you hostage. Like, if they have less dreams than you have, less belief than you have, it's okay. Just move next, you move forward. And I know it hurts. Please know. I know it hurts. And you think, I'll never be able to rebuild again. That's the last person I know. I've been there, dude. I get it. But you get better. You get better with every single person that you talk to. Every single time you get better. I've also had uplines quit. When my first company, my upline quit. So my sponsor quit, and my sponsor is sponsored by the company. So I was like on Orphan Island. I was just this guy out on this like Orphan Island all the way over there by himself. I had no upline at all. They all quit. And I tell people, I'd never let your upline hold you hostage. Like, your dreams and your goals matter regardless of what everyone else is going to go do with their life. I've had a mentor of mine who was the reason I joined the company. He was my mentor. He died when I was there. He died in a tragic kayaking accident. And, you really like are like, man, what am I doing here? He's the reason I came here and whatever. It was super tragic. And I remember thinking to myself, the way I'm going to honor this guy is to like become something, like to take all the trainings he's given me and become something. So I share this with you guys to say this: just never let anyone hold you hostage. Your dreams and your goals matter. Like, Paige and Missy. And by the way, we could unmute each of you and hear your stories, and your stories would add to what Paige and Missy have already shared tonight. But if there's a common theme, they just did it. They just didn't. There was many times and they could have quit. And I tell people, there's always reasons to quit. And there's also always reasons to keep going. And the reasons you choose will define you. So I would just encourage you guys to consistently find the reasons to move forward. Left foot, right foot, left foot, versus all the 5 reasons that, it's annoying, or whatever. So love you guys. So proud of you. What an epic 90-day run. It just was such an honor to watch. It's one of the most successful 90-day runs I've ever been a part of. I mean, if you guys think of the rank advancements we had in this each month, not just this month, but every single one of these months, this has been very, very special. A bunch of you guys have jumped either a rank or multiple ranks over the last 90 days. That's just an incredible accomplishment. So love you guys. I'm so proud of you. I hope you have an incredible holiday season, a Merry Christmas, Happy Hanukkah, whatever it is that you choose to celebrate in your family. But I just hope you have a special time with your family. And I'm hoping that you're gearing yourself up for the very best year of your life, which will be 2018. That the life that you had last year does not have to be the life that you have this next year. You can hit it with new fire, new resolve, new commitment. You can make decisions that will change your life forever. You can say, I'm not going to complain or blame like I used to, or resent people like I used to. I'm going to be a new person. You can make new commitments, new resolutions to yourself, and we can go build a business. We have the 3 things you need. We have ambition, we have mentors, and we have opportunity. I mean, people around the world would dream of what we have. So love you guys, and I'm so proud of you, and what an honor to be with you. And Paige and Missy, huge congratulations, and thank you so much for sharing. I was taking notes as you were going, and it's just fantastic, practical, tactical training. So can't wait to see you guys here in about, 3 weeks or so, or I guess 3 or 4 weeks in Salt Lake. It's going to be, does everyone have 2 more seconds? Do you guys mind if I share a preview of what we're going to cover at this event? Okay, let me pull this up. I'm so sorry. I know you didn't bargain for this. Let me just take it.
We're going to end it here, Justin. Thank you, though.
Okay, do you guys mind if I just share with you some stuff we're going to do at the event?
Please do.
It's going to be just epic. It really is. So The theme of the after party is Casino Royale. So I want to make sure all you ladies are getting ready for your ultimate James Bond dress, like James Bond girl dress. And then all the fellas, you better be getting your coolest suit that you have, because we're going Casino Royale's the after party. Guys, we're launching 3 new products. We have 3 big product launches at this event. By the way, I know of what each of them are, and I'm crazy excited. I'm going to share just a little teaser on one of them. I'm not going to tell you what the ingredients are in this product that make it so fantastic. Well, let me give you 2 teasers. I'm so sorry. Okay. The first teaser, again, the ingredients of this, the story and the ingredients are off the charts, like the nutritional benefits of this product. But it's a product that you'll be able to pour. It's a sachet you can pour into your water, like a water bottle or something like this, and shake it up and just have incredible tasting water, but also get all these incredible health benefits into your water. I'm so excited for that product. I'm so excited for it. I'm so excited just to drink it every day. We have a second product with equally unbelievable story and health benefits and science and research. But it's what's called a direct to mouth. So you don't have to pour it in your water. You literally just pour it right. It's like a pixie, you guys remember those pixie sticks we would have when we're like for our kids? It's like a pixie stick. You can literally just pour it direct to mouth. So again, the delivery system is really cool. It's gonna be a fun when you're with your friends at lunch and they're like, what is that? And you got right into your story. It's just gonna be super simple to market. Tastes fantastic, great health benefits, great for kids to be able to get the nutritional benefits in them. But I'm giving you just literally the cliff notes of the health benefits of that product. So 3 new product launches. So check this out. The very first night, we're doing a photo booth, and the pictures that we gather are going to be on the big screen for recognition. So every single one of you will have your picture on the big screen, and we're going to recognize your highest rank that you earned in 2017. Now, let me share with you why this is important. But besides, it's just, look, all of us, it's a human nature thing to have someone cheer us on. Like, it's awesome. So, but I want to share something with you besides that, okay? When your team, your upline or your team, or even yourself, but your team is posting pictures of you on the big screen at an event in an out-of-town city, your friends and family and neighbors are like, what are you up to? Like, I know you're doing that one thing, or what is that one thing, but you're winning. It's very, very, very powerful when they're seeing you on the big, your name and lights, your picture and lights. So the pictures we take that first night, we're actually going to have during the award show. When you first walk into the award show, by the way, we'll have a movie playing with all of the montage of all those different pictures. So it's just going to be awesome. Okay. Another thing we're going to do at events, you always leave events super inspired. Like, it's just the nature of an event, right? You're like, I'm going to conquer the world. But what can be hard sometimes is to get the really, like what Paige and Missy did tonight, the really tactical strategies and training. And it's hard because you have a big main stage, and so there's just so many people, it's just hard to really dive into those stories. And so we're going to do a ton of breakout sessions. So you'll literally be able to design your own kind of experience on things that you're really looking to learn. So let me give you guys a couple of the breakout sessions. We have one on how to become a world-class promoter. So how to upsell and cross-sell, how to retain customers. So really tactical strategies on those. When I say tactical, what I mean by that, in the breakout sessions, you can ask questions. They're just different than a main stage. Main stage is hard because you can't ask questions. You can't stop the speaker. Breakout sessions, you can really have interpersonal dialogue. We're going to have one on maximizing the promoter plan. We're going to have a training called Comp 101. We're going to have a training on maximizing the builder plan. We're going to have one on Facebook Live, how to get better engagement, tips for being awesome, not awkward. We're going to have goal setting, creating curiosity, turning likes and comments into referrals and leads. Again, this is a breakout session. We're going to have leveraging your back office. This is what Misty and Paige were both talking about is learning how to use your back office to really accelerate your business. How to keep a positive mindset and avoid management mode, building self-confidence. Then we're going to have very in-depth trainings on Liquid BioCell, M3, and the new product launches. So you'll leave those new product launches super armed. You'll know what to say to your customers. You'll be ready to roll. So, by the way, this is just a couple of them. The list just goes on and on. So it's going to be I think it'll be the best training that we've ever done at any event in Modere history. And again, we've had incredible training. So this is not like we've done bad in the past. We've done amazing in the past, but this will be so applicable and practical, like stuff you can actually take, scripts, lines, the stuff you need to grow. One other quick thing I want to share with you guys is this. The power of events, like people are like, can you just, like, I'll just watch it on Facebook Live. And what they're missing is what I call the exchange points. The exchange points, when they first built the trade routes through all of Europe and through all of Africa and so on, the trade routes that ultimately created the whole world. They traded all the goods and services that created the world. So quilts and the will and blankets and all that kind of stuff. They would travel and they would trade. What changed the world was not the goods that they traded. What changed the world were the ideas that were exchanged in the exchange points. In other words, when they would come together in the exchange points and talk about the ideas and then take them back, those ideas are what changed the world. Now, here's the point of what I'm trying to share with you. In these events, the power of the event is not always what's said on stage. It's in the hallways. It's at the dinners. It's like when, it's late at night when you're in the room with your 4 or 5 or 6 or 7 or 8 team members and you're just talking and just dreaming and thinking and so on. That's when things hit. I'll give you guys a very quick example. When I was 26 years old, maybe 26, 27, it was after one of the general sessions. We were at lunch, and this gentleman who was this former mentor of mine that you guys have heard me talk about, he was in his 60s, and he stood up to leave the lunch. And just the nature of this guy, whenever we all wanted to hear what he had to say. So like, we would all we would kind of put our ears next to him to see if he would drop any little nuggets of wisdom. And there was a bunch of us, a bunch of people about my age, in their 30s, early 30s, late 20s. They were standing in a circle around this guy, kind of listening to what he had to say. And he said, he looked at all of us and he started networking when he was 25. By the way, he said his first 4 to 5 years, he ran somewhere between mad and frustrated, trying to figure this whole thing out. And then his worst year since 1978 was $500,000. Poor guy, he made $40,000 a month that year. But, he'd typically been a 7-figure or multiple 7-figure a year earner. He was a super unique guy, former engineer. So if any of you have ever met an engineer, they're point A to point B. There's just no hype in the bones, So he sits there and he looks at us and he says this. He says, if you guys treat this like a real business, now his definition, and I want to ask you guys this question. His definition of treating it like a real business was treating it like you paid $1 million to join. So I just want to ask you the question. If you paid $1 million to join Modere, not the whatever you paid, and just internalize this for a second. If you paid $1 million to join, would you treat this any different than you treat it now? Well, guess what? The honest answer for me was yes. Because I remember thinking to myself, I didn't have $1 million for crying out loud. So if I would have paid $1 million to join, I would have had to borrow from banks or from my parents or family and friends or neighbors, or I would have had to scrounge it up, which means I wouldn't want to let them down. I would have been more intense about it, more focused. And then he said, if you treat it like a real business and you're coachable, and he said, you should expect to be set for life in the next 4 or 5 years. This is what he said to us. And he said, all your friends are going to be looking for their second job. And he goes, you'll be set for life in the next 4 or 5 years. Well, I was just stupid enough to believe the guy. I was like, okay, whatever. And I'm going to go for it. And guess what happened? All my friends were looking for their second job, and I was set for life in the next 4 or 5 years. Now, here's the point I want to share with you. I learned that. I can still rehearse the whole story to you. I could tell you exactly what restaurant I was standing in, exactly where I was in one of the exchange points. I didn't learn that from him on stage. It was the exchange points. And so I share this with you guys to say, this event's going to be just absolutely off the charts for what we're going to learn, the tactical trainings that we're going to get. By the way, there's some of these sessions, I literally can't wait to hear the content because I just want to know how they, like some of these P3s, I'm like, what the heck are these guys doing? Like, I don't know all the stuff they're doing. And so I'm excited about it, but what I'm most excited for you guys is the exchange points. Like because some things in leadership cannot be taught, they can only be caught. And what I mean by that is you can't teach confidence or you can't teach belief. Belief's something you're just like, it makes sense. I'm doing it. Like those anchor points, you're like, I am doing this. It anchors into your soul. So I'm just so excited for this event. I want you guys to know it's going to be worth every ounce of effort to get there. And I can't wait for you guys to see the product launches. The one stick pack one, the one that you pour into your water, we've been working on that one for like freaking 3 years or something, like getting that one right. I'm so excited about that one. By the way, if you guys go tell your team some of these things I just told you, I'm probably gonna get in trouble by somebody. So keep it a little under the wraps, I guess, but we got some big stuff coming, and it's just gonna be a blast. So Dina, appreciate you so much. Huge congrats on Elite 2 again. Brianna, Ashley, Mary, for all the work you guys did behind the scenes to make this work. And again, just respect each of you so much. And can't wait to see you. Can't wait to give you a hug and to celebrate your incredible successes. And let's do many more of these and continue to grow our businesses. So respect you guys. Huge just props to you for an amazing 90-day blitz here together. And I just want to encourage you, don't let anyone hold your dreams hostage. You're in control. People would dream to trade spots with you. They would give anything to trade spots with you tonight, including all your stresses, including all the frustrations. They would dream of it to trade spots with you. And so take where you are, take where we all are, and let's go to that next level and the next level and inspire more people and influence more people and impact more people. So love you guys. Sorry we went a little bit long, but you guys are incredible. And thanks for having me on, and we'll jam again, hopefully real soon.
Thank you, Justin. Thanks, everyone.
Thanks.
Love you guys. Appreciate it. Great job.
Learned so
Thank
much.
you. Thank you, everyone.
Thanks, guys.
Till next month.
Bye.
Bye.